Hello everyone. Thanks for joining us today. My name is Slim Othman, and on behalf of the Architects Hub Qatar, I welcome you all on our talk today. We are very happy to be collaborating this month in support of Architecture 2021, where we celebrate architecture in Qatar with culture paths and Qatar museums. I would like also to thank our sponsor today, Panopticon Collection, and they will be our sponsor today, and I have a great announcement for you. The talk for today will be with Jelena and Kosta. Today we'll welcome the founder of KG Group, the two Italian designers, Konstantin and Jelena, who have broad expertise in Europe and Middle East, Italy, Bahrain, Qatar, and other countries for overall 50 years. Jelena and Kosta will be sharing their experience about custom design, the process, and how you can personalize your space through design. Before starting, I just want to remind you that we are recording. Unfortunately, today we are not able to share it on Facebook, but we will be sharing it after editing the video. Please, everyone, to keep in mute during the talk. If you have any question, just share it on the chat. After the presentation, we will open the floor to everyone to connect with our speaker today. Don't hesitate to use the chat or raise your hands. So before starting the presentation, I will hand over to Jelena. She has a great announcement for us. Jelena, the floor is yours.
Good evening. My greeting. My name is Jelena Praskurina. I represent the company Panopticon Collections. So we are a collectible design company from Ukraine, and I am thankful for this opportunity to Architects Hub Qatar to announce this awesome proposition. The matter is that we organize trade mission of Qatar to Ukraine, and we invite all architects and design interiors to visit Ukraine to join our mission Qatar to Ukraine. The main goals why we want to do this are the next. First of all, as we are a furniture company and work in customizable sphere, we are very interested in cooperation with Qatar professionals. As well, we want to get you acquainted with the Ukrainian culture, with the Ukrainian history, with Ukrainian buildings. So another one goal is cultural exchange. For this, we prepared specially for you a few events. One of them, if you will come to Ukraine, we will together with it first Ukrainian International Furniture Exhibition. This is B2B exhibition, and leading manufacturing companies will present their products. It is not like internal Ukrainian exhibition. This is international. A lot of international buyers will come to visit it. So leaders of the manufacturer will be presented there. I have to mention that they are all export-oriented companies with the English websites and catalogs, with English-speaking people. So they are willing and they are ready to present their furniture. As well, we prepared one more very interesting event. The matter is that I'm actually speaking to you from this stage. I'm speaking from the gallery. We are opening the gallery of collectible design items in April, and we want to open this gallery for Ukrainian maybe in the middle of April. But first, we want to show this gallery to our Qatar partners. I will show you some. Our products. This is maybe 30% of what we plan to show you. This is a secret product. Here will be gathered all. This is the whole gallery. we are preparing it to the opening. So here will be gathered the most honored design authors. So we will create for you a grand opening. We will invite authors of these products. You will have B2B meetings, and I think it will be very warm and very friendly event. And one more event which we want to organize you according to this Qatar mission to Ukraine. We want to make a trip around the capital of Ukraine, Kiev. Kiev is the city of 1,500 years history, and we want to show you our sightseeing. But Kiev is very famous due to its modernistic buildings. This is like heritage of Soviet Union modernism. And these buildings are under, they can be ruined because developers want to destroy them and build trade centers there. And there is even such community as Save Kiev Modernism. And we want to show you this heritage of Soviet Union because we think that it's very unique objects in total history. This is the main events, just like grand opening of the gallery, trip around the Kiev, and international furniture exhibition. As well, we want to show you our technical hub. This is the hub where IT companies and leading engineering companies work. We want to show you our cuisine, Ukrainian cuisine, and we want to show you how live our artists, and they want to prepare for you the meal on fire. So we have a big program. And I wanted to mention that we still have time because there is hosted by a program which compensates for you 2 days living in a hotel 5 stars in Kiev. So if you want to have, we have a big presentation with agendas for 2 days and 4 days. You can find it in, for example, in Monday newsletter. There is the link to this presentation. Also, you can get connected with me and I will show you with this presentation. So if you are interested to join this Qatar mission to Ukraine, please contact me. I will answer all your questions. We still have time to organize this and to compensate a few days of your stay in Ukraine. I and the company Panopticon Collections, we are extremely interested of this. We have never done this before. This will be grand opening for the gallery for the first time in the world. So we will take care of you, and we invite you to be a part of this mission in Ukraine, and you are more than welcome to visit Ukraine.
Thank you, Jelena.
Thank you, Elena. Thank you.
Thank you for attention. Bye.
Jelena and Kosta,
Yes.
the floor is yours.
Thank you. Thank you, Jelena, for your introduction, and congratulations for your job.
Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. Again, I'm so excited for this evening and event. Welcome to the architectural event organized by Marchitecture 2021. We are pleased and honored to participate in this occasion, and we are very thankful to the invitation to the architectural hub. So let me just spend a few words about the KJ Group. Kosta and Jelena, we are partner in the private life, but we are also founder and the partner of KJ Group. KJ Group is the studio for interior and architectural consultancy. We are based in Qatar, and Doha is our home for the last 10 years. And I hope will be also for the next decade, inshallah. Kosta, we working together for a very long time. And still I need to underline with the big passion and dedication for all what we're doing. With this approach, we prepared the presentation where we're going to share with you our process for custom design. So let's start with the presentation. Slim, I'm going to share now the presentation. It's okay? Okay. Share. Okay. So before to start, let me just explain a little bit the structure of the presentation. We will start with we have the three parts. Introduction, where we're going to explain a little bit some definition, some terms, and in a way that you can easily follow up the second part regarding the process, where we're going to, through the international and the personal projects, explain exactly what does it mean, the process in the different projects, in the different scales, and with different arguments. Of course, we're going to have the third part, conclusions. So this presentation is dedicated to all who approach for the first time this topic, and not only.
Just one note, first part, introduction, is more technical. Have a patience, resist, and later I promise you is full of images.
Stay there.
Stay with us.
Don't move. So let's start. The first slide. I don't know, Slim, the people can see the topic on the slides, or I need to move something here?
No. People will see all the presentation. Just go ahead.
Okay.
It's quite clear, yeah.
Oh, okay, great. So, what does it mean, the custom? Custom means made to measure or order, something that is done or made for individual customers. We believe that each project is unique, each customer is unique. So the custom design is a reflection of precise briefing with end user. Design, it means to mark. So something that is sign that have a meaning. Okay, so intention to act in the particular way. Let me just close a little bit the to open my monitor. What about the creativity? Creativity is a key, and especially in custom design can help to transform obstacles in opportunity. Metaphorically speaking, it's turning the poison into medicine. We like this formula, which is custom design plus process plus creativity can give you the style.
When you're talking about to transform the obstacles into opportunity, very good example is David and Michelangelo. We are not going to talk about the sculpture, but we're going to talk about the block of marble for which is done. Two sculptures before him, Agostino di Duccio and Antonio Rossellio, they tried to work with this block of marble, but the marble unfortunately was full of imperfection, very strange shape, straight, long, medium-low quality of the marble, so they simply give up. Then the Michelangelo come, young, foolish, 29 years at that time, genius, and where the others see the obstacle, he see the opportunity. And now we're witnessing the masterpiece like David. When we're talking about the creativity, also another key point is to
Different. Yeah.
to think different. The example of Versace is also very good example. In 1982, he designed own fabric, Oroton. What is interesting here, because to do this, he watched elsewhere. He watched in another field. He collaborated with engineers and made a fabric which is done for small metallic pieces. And the final result was amazing, because even if it's 99% done from metal, it was in the end looked like silk.
Okay, so now we're talking just about the process, and that we have the 7 points of the process, which starting from identify the scope of work, making research, develop solution, convince yourself and convince the client, implement technically this process and verify the result. What can happen by skipping the design process? To lose more money, more time, and still not to reach your highest potential of living space quality. What designers do? Understand the user needs at the very beginning of end users. And how we doing this one? Through the process of the presentation and meetings, something that we're doing now with you, creating an emotional experience between the client and the project. Having designer is a wisely choice, and working with professional means to avoid costly mistakes, saving time and effort. And of course, today, everybody wants to have this wow effect. So thinking outside of the box, it's what designers do all day long. Now, I have my favorite topic that I'm calling, oh my gosh, salon moment, where talking with my hairstylist about how his approach to stylish the hair, he just simply answered me, shape by removing the surplus. The surplus is the very important tool that we're using even in the custom design, but I think that all the creative sectors doing and using the same method.
Removing the surplus.
Yeah, so this was my talk with my preferred hairstylist in Doha. Now, before to start with the project and to going deeper with the project that we've done and internationally, let me just clarify these 7 points of the process. So I mentioned before a little bit, identify scope of work means do question, make research, do more question, develop solution answers popping up in this moment. Convince yourself is accept best answer. Convince the client, which is fantastic point, it's create the synergy with him. Implement technically means do it to happen and verify the result. Exactly, no more questions. On the very beginning, we have this clear briefing. And the clear briefing doesn't mean just a list of areas, a list of wishes, or simply square meters. Means to understand the client sensation and motion and atmosphere that prefer. The first practical explanation. This is what we call the landscape metamorphosis. The briefing from the client was very simple: to make a safe place for kids and pleasant for the adults. For the designer, that means that consider all the implication from the site and to find the proper solution. Means to make things work. And with these slides, after this introduction, after this very clear briefing, when we start to make the research, we find out our solution, the green carpet, which means to have this very fluid, nice, soft, continuous space that can give you the sensation of the relax, but from other side, the without obstacles. So from the safety side, what the client asks to have the safety place for kids, we reach with this solution. How this green carpet was technically implemented? Of course, through the first sketches, the drawings, the 3D renderings, and all necessary technically tools and support that designers usually use, we create one
area around the pool.
Which is we rise up the level regarding this area, and we make on the same level like the ground green landscape around the pool, which you can see the final result on the these images in the first plan. This is after the realization. In the lower part, you can see what was before. In this left picture, what we have? We have the level on the ground floor inside the villa and the level of the pool area together with the landscape around on the same level rise. That means that the
freedom of the
movement, and also the pergola with presence of the pergola with creating the nice shadow place of the sitting area. It's completely satisfied the briefing and the intention of the client. Of course, we have here some technical equipment regarding the safety of the children. We have this mechanism that actually the pool can be covered also for the safety reason for the kids, but also don't forget the climatic condition that we have in Doha, many times in full of the dust. So in that way, we can also protect with the same equipment both
resolve the boat issue.
Resolve the boat issue. In other two pictures, we create this horizontal green area that we bring even in the vertical space. So from one side, the boundary wall that you can see in the lower picture that is completely
unpleasant,
anonymous and everything, the client was very satisfied because even from the inside the house, they can enjoy the relaxing and pleasant area all around the house. So in all our sectors, interior, architectural, and engineer side, we have these design stages. And why design stages is so important? To convince the client to take decision and do not change. And through the concept design, which we're going to determine at the style, with design develop stage, we're going to define the design aspects of the project and to finalize and deliver all this situation in the technical documentation.
Here we have another case, another example, talking about the floating stand. The request was from the client to design a full structure, all furniture, to select all items. So the challenge was using simple material, aluminum, to make usual unusual. Also, regarding the structure, we have two basic elements, which is standard: the gangway and the pontoon. The gangway, as we know, usually they have same symmetrical, regular shape. What we do with our project to transform cladding using the aluminum boards with different color or with different finishing to change completely the form. But most important thing is that putting together the gangway and the pontoon, we use the frames. The next one. And the frames here make the crucial role. Why? Because we never see this like a gangway, like the bridge will bring you to the pontoon. We see that, we consider that first step when you will put on the gangway, you already understand. So using these frames, which on one part is over the pontoon and the other part are around the gangway, but between them they are connected, they are perfectly shaped, they are perfectly creating the same volume, the same space. They contribute and they are the instrument, how to say, to unify these two elements, which is completely functional, separate in the new and the different unit. Also, this frame on the gangway, because are much bigger than the gangway, we give them also the purpose. We put the banner for the sponsor who are presenting their products on the floating stand, and of course using the lights. All together create the unique experience.
Make usual unusual.
Of course, the challenge is here that everything is custom designed. Every piece, everything custom designed. Talking about the custom design and how to invent, we have here another example, because as I said at the beginning, there is all the furniture was custom designed. This is the good example, how to use the vestige on the first image on the left. Which they don't know what to do, a profile of aluminum profile. We shape them, shape them, put together, create the leg. With this leg, we create the display, and display is integral part of the stand. With the same approach, all the other custom-made furniture that is a part of the project were done. I love this quote from Miss van der Rohe. Architecture starts when you carefully put two bricks together. My attention go on the word carefully, which means that what you're doing, you do with criteria and with attention. The same approach identically can be considered for whatever custom design. Means that creating with passion, with care, and with attention to all details. We have another showcase. This is the project for a mall, place to stay. The request from the client was to create traditional architecture. And the challenge was to put in the structure of the mall, which is 3-floor building, to create atmosphere of the souk, which have completely different volumetric and space requirements. That's why through the sketches, we tried to develop different scenarios. Each corridor have different design, and altogether they're unified by the central space. Again, here, using different instruments, which is a normal tool of our job, of the job of any designer, through the sketches, first sketches for ideas to be put on the paper. Then we will developing them through the 3D modeling or all CAD drawings. And the interesting is that in some case, there is a fill rules. There is a connection from the first sketch in this case through the developed drawings, technical drawings, and the side photo. You can see that it's practically identical concept. It's the same. That's what was imagined on the beginning. Through the whole process of the design, we find out that it's working and we don't need to change it. And so we realize as was imagined in the beginning. In some other cases, sketches will on the beginning will develop some scenario. Then during the drawings and during the developing the technical drawings, it will be modified. Also, we have the next slide showing this more, how to say, more precise, because the sketches completely they indicate some direction, but between this sketch and then in that moment when it's done, we were satisfied. For us, it's okay. Then we go deeper, we develop the project, we do photo rendering, all what necessary, and there you can see that there is change because we consider during the process that something better or different can be done. But the interesting thing is that between the 3D modeling and the photo, which is on the left side, there is small differences.
This is my preferred topic, making question. Make the right question and you will get the right answer. Answers always come. Method of asking question follow the whole process. And when you stop coming up with questions, the project is done.
Here we have different arguments, very interesting. We're talking about the connection between the available materials and the custom design. This is one of 100 examples that we can find. We're talking about the aluminum foam. And what is interesting, that always the process of design is connected that our designer will imagine some space, how he wants to look like, and they're going to looking for the materials with whom he will realize, or sometimes opposite. He will see some new innovative material, he will like it, he will fall in love, how to say, with the material, and then we will try to find the application of this material. Another interesting thing, especially about the research and the new material every day coming on the market, is that there's always more than one layer. I mean, it's not just that the producer will take care all about the visual aspect. No, there is always some technical aspect. For example, this panel, although let's say we can consider that is visually nice, but they have acoustic characteristics. It's 100% recyclable, which is more very interesting topic nowadays. So this connection between the new material, what the material offer, and how design will develop is in a straight connection. This is another example. We're talking about innovative concrete, about Italian pavilion, Milan Expo 2015.
Beautiful.
Fantastic example. Again, we're talking about the synergy between the industry and the design. Untitled Chapter, who produced this product, it's practically the main player, or one of the main player. Of course, the design is important, but without this product, they will never ever do this design. We're talking about biodynamic concrete panels, bio because they have photocatalytic properties. On the daylight, they can absorb the pollution. Dynamic because has a fluidity that allow to create complex shapes. So again, without this existing of this product and this technology, designer cannot never ever create and invent such a form, such architecture, such a space.
Synergy always between the industry and
And
the
this
design.
is a stimulus for the both sides. Sometimes some designer will invent something and push the industry to find the technical solution, or vice versa. Frank Gehry, he's fantastic. I mean, we know who he is. But this this example, why we choose this example? Because he used material who apparently is ancient. I mean, talking about the brick, which exists for 1,000 of years. The first construction was done with bricks. But he was capable to reinvent it. He created the product practically using the technology of the stone cladding of the facade. Of course, here we're talking about 13 floors of building. So to create this shape, look like fabric, moving horizontally, vertically, is impossible without the presence again of the technology. It means sophisticated softwares, sophisticated hardware, of course, support of the industry who decide to invest and to produce these custom-made bricks. He was capable to realize this project with only 5 different types. He started with 22, then probably somebody convinced him that it's too costly and he reduced to 5. And what is more important, that again, use of the computer. Each brick with the sophisticated software is calculated, so he was 100% sure how to support it. You see, if the slope is almost vertical, they put support each maximum each 4th row. If the slope is more accentuated, he needs to put on each row, and of course on each brick in the row. But this is impossible to do by hand or other way than with the sophisticated software who indicating how he is changing the shape, critical points, how to be adjusted. Especially here we're talking a brick which is very small elements, so the margin of the movement, we're talking about centimeters. He don't have the margin of 20, 30 centimeters. He have 1, 2, 3 centimeters to move in one direction or other. Again, industry that can follow the ideas. The design, the shape is recognizable. You don't need either to read the title. We're talking about Zaha Hadid and Patrick Schumacher. We're talking about parametricism, like use of, again, sophisticated algorithms, computer, who can calculate any position of the object which is in question. And also, in addition, here we have 3D printing technology. So they use the software. This software permits them the initial sketches, whatever they are, to test, to verify, and also to print almost at home. Again, without the technology, we're talking always about some similar question, but in the same direction. How the design is, how to say, connected and influenced by the modern technology.
Total design. Total design consider that architects supervise everything: the structure, the selection of furniture, the installation of wallpaper, the carpets, door knobs, light fittings, and the result is a space with no gaps, no cracks, no flaws. We like this quote from Charles Eames: "The details are not the details, they make design." And in the next few slides, we will show you how the custom design is applied in the interior spaces. This is the case when the one very common area, like staircase, will assume additional use. This is the reason why this staircase, it's called the gallery on the stairs. The indication and the purpose from the client was to have and to use the wall around the staircase like the exhibition walls, like the galleries, to hang and to see the own artistic art piece. So with this purpose, okay, of course that the choice which material which will we use for the handrail, of course, was the transparent glass, but shaped in the particular and done with particular pieces without frame, and just with a, how to say, few details, which is wooden insert, the decorative part and the accents, and the gaps between the shaped, yes, glass pieces, and to also end with the metal supports that was custom made, respecting the site conditions. With the next one, okay, when the color speaking, the color and selection of the color, it's a very, very important topic, and doesn't mean that, I mean, the choice of the color for the interior design, it's not just, it's always connect the kind of the fabric and the finishing of with all finishing material. So doesn't mean just the color and the present on the walls or on the floors, but it's always also dedicated with the curtain choice, the cushions, the flooring, of course.
All elements present in the space.
Yes, and through the color scheme that can be, of course, complementary, tone on tone, neutral in the or in the contrast, but it's directly connected with the finishing. And you remember when we tell, okay, to guide the client through the process, because to take the decision and do not change. This is one very crucial point, because if you change in certain area, the color, the finishing, the fabrics, etc., you need to revise.
To consider all space.
All space, correct. Furniture. Oh, the furniture's selection, shaping a space. And when you will choose the selection, when the designer will choose and advise the end user,
which furniture to use,
doesn't mean just prefer chair or the sofa or the table. Means that you will live in this space, and you will have everyday life. So many moments that you will sharing, playing with the kids, or watching the TV, or just simply reading the book, or this chatting with the friends, you creating the memories inside this shaped space. So we need always to consider this, that is very thin line between the life, the memories, and let's say artistic approach to having in selecting the furniture. And what lighting effects can do for our everyday life? They can help defining the atmosphere, they can articulate the space, and they can make the accent. And as you can see in the images on the left side, you can play using the single light items and create one foyer installation. And this is the
studying the position of each element can be created practically some kind of chandelier installation.
And creating this welcome atmosphere in the private or the public space.
Product design. Product design is related to unknown end user. So the designer, what is the scope of the designer? To find the solution that are original, that are doable, and that are commercially successful. What does mean? original means that before to approach to design any whatever project, you need to inform what is available on the market, but not now. You need to verify what is done in the history of the, for example, we're talking about the chair, what is done in the history of the wooden chair if you decide to design the wooden chair. Then doable means that this chair should be realized today. The designer should inform and to decide which technology to use. Then to be commercially successful. Commercially successful means from one side, technology and the design to don't be done in a way to be too expensive, because no brand will accept probably this challenge. And on the other side, to don't be too cheap, because if you have fantastic idea but it's so simple, nobody will no brand, no company will invest resources in this, because once we will put on the market, the final client can do it by themselves and they will not go to buy the product that we propose. Here we have an example of the table, twist and twist small, two different dimensions. We're talking about this table should be used for the residential commercial use. It's characterized that have delicately deformed rectangular shape in the plan. And however, the shape of the
playing with two kind of the size, we can create the different
scenarios
situation using for the offices, for the meetings, and
for the commercial, especially for the commercial use where you need to put more than one table together, give different opportunities.
And to see how is the relation with the table and the surrounded area.
Of course, the shape of the table in the plan, and also the position and the shape of the legs, creating a playful structure, which it's dynamic, and with each dynamism are moving the space around itself.
We came on the slide to reassume what we say until now. Trust, hold on, trust the process, hold the vision, and trust the process. It's perfect explanation that we can apply on this presentation. So, clear briefing on the very beginning, clarity of purpose, good storyteller, and visual communication. Process taking time, but time giving the answers. Be focused and have fun. If you think good design is expensive, you should look at the cost of the bad design.
This is fantastic.
This is our light the best. So, end of the story, guys. Keep calm, drink karak, and let a designer handle it. Keep in touch through our website and our social networks, Instagram and LinkedIn. And thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for your presence.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jelena and Kosta. Thank you. I'll just open the floor to anyone who want to ask. I see some question in the chat.
Okay.
If anyone has to say something, or should I read from the chat?
Please.
It's your call.
It's your call. You're welcome.
Yes, I have one question. Congratulations on the great presentation, and thank you for the good job that you have done for us and sharing your experience and knowledge. Big thank you for that, and thank you for the Architects Hub for organizing all of this. I have a question. I was curious what would be opposite of standard design, and I would like to ask you why you choose custom design as topic for today's presentation and as your occupation in general. Thank you again.
Okay, so let's start. I will start.
Go.
Okay, so why we choose the to do the custom design? we don't know how to copy. So
Very simple answer.
very simple answer. So for us, it's much easier to work with the passion and dedication and to push our limits through all the projects that we done. The small, the bigger one, the important or less important. So this is honestly just simple answer. Regarding the question, what is opposite? I mean, to the custom design, standard design. As by definition, the standard design, it's something that is normal, something that is
Average.
average. I mean, adopted like average. So, but let's make some, how to say, let's make a difference between the standard design and standardization. Okay, so the standardization we using in our project, we using in the custom design. This is some, how to say, tools that will help you to approach any stage of your job. But the standard, I mean, it's versus, it's opposite to the custom. You want something to add? I was perfect, guys. So now, some other question?
Yes, we are waiting for people to. Alejandra is saying drink karak.
What is the question regarding? Oh, this is
It's the same question. It was in the chat, and Zlata just spoke and said to you directly.
okay. Regarding the last.
If I can just say something.
Yes.
Sorry, my line is bad, so I cannot
Yes, please, just go on.
open my camera. Yeah, I just want to congratulate with Jelena and Kosta for this amazing presentation. It's so clear, so complete. And I know them, I know how they work. We have been working together for several years. And this is, it's really an amazing presentation, honestly. And I know this is how they work. Strong ethics, very professional, strong team. And I'm blessed to know you and work with you.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thank you, actually. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Fulvia. Thank you. Take care. Stay safe.
Sure. Thanks.
Can I say something also?
Yes, please.
Hi, Jelena. Hi, Kosta.
Hi, Mara.
Nice to see you.
Also for us.
We worked together actually in Bahrain a long time ago. Now, I mean, we know each other since more than 10 years. And we keep this friendship and professional contact for a long time, even if no, we are living so far now. I'm come back to live in Italy. They are living in Qatar, but we have strong connection. We share this, you know, this passion for architecture and interior design. So often, you know, we enjoy, you know, to share our project, our experience. So I joined this with so much pleasure. I'm sorry that I could not be at the beginning of the presentation, but I share, you know, from late. And thank you for what you have done. The presentation was clear, amazing, and I can see something that actually I saw from before.
You know,
I walk in, you know, I walk in the how you say, the pavilion that you make on the sea. I was there when you make the opening. So it's nice to see what you really enjoy in person. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mara. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So, Slim, did we have some other question, or I can just read?
What do I have to study to start a job? Gonna finish the school. I think Cleoplot is asking a question. It's a bit related to your talk, but I think he needs a suggestion from you. He's telling, what do I have to study to do this type of jobs when I'm gonna finish school? I think we have a student with us today.
Oh,
Fantastic.
welcome.
Yes, and maybe the topic is a bit related to the topic. So I think Jelena and Kosta can give him some quotes.
Who will take the responsibility?
A lot.
So, what do I have to study to do this type of jobs when I'm gonna finish school? Oh my gosh. First of all, just be curious and don't be modest. Don't be modest is not related with your character and your personality. It's related that
to push the boundaries.
Yeah. Do not have the limits for your imagination. So this is very, very important. And accept everything that will come on your way. It's nothing, how to say, to study. Of course, that we have some.
Like discipline, of course, that architecture is more complex, more inclusive. I mean, if you have the good education in the field of architecture, actually we have a degree in architecture, and after that we have experience, as you see, from the product design to the interiors to the smaller project, bigger project. We've done even much bigger project than this. We don't show all the working experience we have. Let's say the architecture is more inclusive, and then depend of your passion, in which direction you want to specialize or to don't specialize. You know, in Italy we used to say Milan school. I'm using the phrase Milan school because we are from Milan. From spoon to the skyscraper, there's no specialization, which is exactly opposite from the Anglo-Saxon world, where you specialize in one field, in one type of the projects, and they will continue it all the life to do this. This depends on the opportunity, working life opportunity, most of the time. And of course, depends also of you. If you want to continue all the life to do the same or similar thing, to be, how to say, on the safe side, or to be more curious and to research, to make the experiments and to move from one field, from one argument to the other.
We have another question that I would like to know, which one of the 7 points you mentioned is the most challenging or the most problematic? In the process, and especially if this process is organized through the stages, how to say, all these 7 points, I don't know if we have some
all are
more,
useful, I mean.
All are useful. And in the process, when you're doing step by steps, that means that when you have the answer and you resolve the problem, you're moving forward. So, how to say?
Maybe I will try to answer. I mean, I will not use the word more challenging, because as we are done by the nature, for us challenging is everything. We don't fear for nothing. But I will say maybe most important, to convince yourself, because this I'm talking maybe about our personal experience. When you convince yourself, then nothing can stop you. There is no client that you cannot convince, because this is popping up from every pore of your body. I mean, you're doing, when you represent, I don't know, some new material, some new items, you're so convenient that it looks like that you're a representative for this brand, but it's not true. It means that you convince yourself that this is appropriate material to be used and to to manage his project, and then you try to bring him on your side. So I will say that when you're convinced that the choice that you've done, it's okay, it's that what you want to do, all the rest can be in some way managed with the technique which is coming also with the years of the professional experience, you know. What else?
I'm reading the questions. Okay, thank you so much. You're very polite. We're receiving many congratulations from Carlotta from Italy. You always do the great projects from A to Zeta, and so detailed. Thank you so much, Carlotta, also to you. And let me see if we have some other questions.
Okay, this is for the...
Yeah.
I think we don't have more questions. I just want, if Halina is still here, if she wants to add something, otherwise we'll close.
Okay.
Halina?
Let's see that.
She's not here, I think. No, she won't. So just before going, I want to thank everyone from who was attending with us this session. I want to thank, special thanks to you, Jelena and Kosta, for the great presentation, for your care for the details. I want to thank also our sponsor today, Panoptical Collection. And that's all. Thanks everyone, and good night.
See you at the next.
Thank you so much for the Architectural Hub, and
to all who was present, who attend.
Okay, thank you. Good night.
Take care, and stay safe.
Stay safe.
See you.
You too.
Inshallah.
See you soon.
Bye bye.